Early one morning in September 1944 in New York City, a man collapsed on the sidewalk. When a policeman went to check on him, he discovered the man's face was blue. He took him to the hospital. The man was really sick with vomiting and diarrhea. 2 hours later, another man appears at the hospital, also very sick and also blue. Eventually, 11 blue men were brought to the hospital. All of them were very sick. Some were unconscious, some had diarrhea and vomiting. One of them eventually died. The doctors were mystified. After questioning the surviving men, investigators determined that all of them had eaten breakfast at the same diner that morning. All of them had had coffee, oatmeal, and toast. All of them reported feeling fine one minute and then not fine the next. And all of them got sick immediately after eating. Investigators visited the restaurant. It was grimy and greasy and sooty and crawling with flies and roaches. They tested the leftover oatmeal. There were no contaminants in it. The cook had made 6 gallons of it that morning, and lots of people had eaten it and not gotten sick. So their attention turned to the salt shakers. Sure enough, one of the salt shakers contained not salt, but sodium nitrite. Restaurants did use that for preserving meat and making things like pastrami and corned beef. Usually they would use sodium nitrate, which is a little less toxic, but it was wartime and that's all they had available. The 2 canisters were right next to one another on the kitchen shelf. So a busboy had accidentally filled one salt shaker with sodium nitrite rather than with salt. And if you eat enough of it, it makes you turn blue. It can also kill you. The good news is the rest of the 10 men eventually recovered. The bad news is health standards for restaurants would not be enforced for several more decades.